Welcome to SkyWeek. I'm Tony Flanders from Sky and Telescope magazine, and I'll be your guide to the astronomical wonders that are currently on display overhead. Let's see what's happening in the sky from Monday, February 3rd to Sunday, February 9th. The waxing crescent moon is low in the west on Monday and appears higher and fatter each evening from Tuesday through Thursday. On Friday, the just past half-lit moon is high in Taurus, near the Pleiades and Hyades star clusters. It's left of the Hyades on Saturday and near Orion's club on Sunday. The magnificent constellation Canis Major, the Big Dog, is at its highest in the south on February evenings. Although not as bright as Orion to its upper right, it's still one of the brightest constellations in the sky, containing 5 stars of first and second magnitude, compared to 7 for Orion. Moreover, it boasts Sirius, the brightest star besides the Sun. Tiny Canis Minor, the Little Dog, floats upper left of Canis Major. Procyon is its only bright star. According to Greek mythology, Orion is a hunter, and Canis Major and Minor are his dogs, which trail behind Orion as he strides across the sky each night in search of prey. The name Sirius is derived from the Greek serios, meaning searing or scorching. The Greeks also called this star Scion, meaning dog. Procyon, meaning before the dog, got its name because it rises about 20 minutes before Sirius. In the ancient Egyptian calendar, each new year started when Sirius first became visible in the morning sky, which was then in early July. That heralded the flooding of the Nile, which brought water and fresh soil to the fields each year, making Egypt the most fertile country in the world. The ancient Greeks believed that the combined heat of Sirius and the Sun was responsible for the hottest period of the year, giving rise to the expression the dog days of summer, which is still in use today. Sirius and Procyon also have several uncanny similarities, besides being bright and close together in the sky. Both are orbited by white dwarfs, stars whose atoms have been crushed out of existence by gravity. White dwarfs are tiny, but incredibly dense, typically several tons per teaspoon. Sirius and Procyon both move across the sky very rapidly, and in more or less the same direction. And both stars appear bright primarily because they're very close to our Sun. In fact, Sirius is the second closest star that's visible to the unaided eye. Sadly for us Northerners, Alpha Centauri, the closest, can only be seen from locations south of New Orleans. A few other stars are closer than Sirius, but they're much too faint to see without a telescope or binoculars. Procyon is the 4th closest star that's visible to the unaided eye, about 30% farther than Sirius. So what, you might wonder, is the 3rd closest star you can see without binoculars? It's called Epsilon Eridani, and it's also visible on February evenings. It's worth tracking down because it's the closest star that's known for sure to have a planet. Scientists announced a planet around Alpha Centauri b in 2012, but that discovery is controversial. Epsilon is in the long constellation Eridanus, the river, which snakes right and down from Orion's foot. Epsilon Eridani puts out just 1/3 as much light as our Sun. If it were much farther, you'd need a telescope to see it. Yet even Epsilon is well above average as stars go. Our galaxy contains hundreds of billions of stars. Without optical aid, you can see just a few thousand, all of them both unusually luminous and unusually close. Next week, we'll talk about the moon. Until then, this is Tony Flanders from Sky and Telescope magazine, wishing you clear skies and great views.
Brought to you by Meade Instruments Corporation, manufacturers of telescopes and binoculars.